That little piano line, so nice. And then the guitars come in. Yeah, this is a banger. It sounds a lot like Rosanna, right? Yeah.
It's almost like kind of the same chord progression a little bit.
Yeah. You know, Music and Words Unite is only possible because of viewers and supporters like you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Mark cry. Hello and welcome to another episode of Music and Words Unite. I'm your co-host Troy, and with me I'm my friend and co-host Mark. How you doing, Mark?
Hello.
And today I'm in my lovely hotel room, as you can see. A little bit of a messy bed. I'm on the road for work. It is what it is. But you know what? The recordings don't stop and the music listening doesn't stop. And today we're bringing you a new kind of content. You know, when we do album reviews, we typically do track-by-track album reviews where we spend about an hour typically on these things. And we love doing that. But we listen to so many albums that we feel like maybe we shouldn't do that for every album because we can listen to more stuff and have more time to record. So because of that, we said sometimes we're just going to do mini album reviews. And in this series, it's, you know, we listen to this. Should you listen to it? You know, maybe you've never heard this. Should you check it out? Well, you're going to spend 10 minutes with us and find out what we think. And that's pretty much what this is. All right. So, Mark, had you heard this album before?
Only parts of it. You know, I've heard a few of the tracks on here. Never listened to it like as a whole, but.
Right. And I forgot to introduce it. It's Toto IV by the band Toto. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and me, I had only heard 2 songs from this album prior to listening to the album. I did buy the vinyl, and I listened to it at home on the vinyl a couple times. Vinyl sounds really good. The album is produced very well, engineered very well, produced very well. And before we get into basically the album review, I did want to give a couple fun facts about the album. So it came out in 1982, and I believe that's the same year Thriller came out.
Yep.
And it's some of the same musicians who played on Thriller. So this is like a crossover between this album and Thriller, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It reached number 4 on the Billboard Top 200, generated 3 top 10 singles, including the number 1 hit Africa, and earned more Grammy wins than any rock album of its era. Look at that.
Wow.
This album
That's
won
cool.
a lot of Grammys, right? And today, Africa has surpassed 1 billion streams on both Spotify and YouTube. And then it says, while the album remains prized by audiophiles as reference quality recording that showcases the absolute peak of analog studio craft. And that's what I was pointing out, right? That it sounds very good. So you had Steve Lukather on guitar, Jeff Porcaro on drums and percussion. You had David Peich, I'm not sure, I don't know if you know how to say that, but on keyboards and background vocals, and Steve Porcaro on keyboards and synthesizers, Bobby Kimball on lead vocals, and David Hungate on bass. So obviously, all of these guys are fantastic musicians, right? When you listen to this album, you're going to hear that. The musicianship is great. These are studio musicians, from what I understand, and they're making an album, and this is their 4th album. And what I was reading, Mark, is this was a bit of a make or break for them because apparently the record label was not happy with their performance on the previous album. So they were like, and so they really tried to put everything into this record and make it as good as you can. So the question is, Mark, now we know it won a lot of Grammys and it made them a lot of money, right? We know that. But the question is, what did you think about this album? Let's just go as what are your favorite tracks, any tracks you want to point out, least favorite tracks, and if we want to play any clips. I'll let you start.
Okay. Well, let's start with the obvious. Obviously, the first and last tracks are probably the strongest on the entire album.
That's true.
That would be Rosanna, which was a huge hit.
Yeah.
And like the aforementioned Africa, which is still to this day a huge popular song. I hear it all the time, no matter where I am, on the radio, at the supermarket. I hear it all the time.
Right.
Excellent song. It's a song that, you know, they play it at a party. You sing, everybody sings along to it. Timeless. But some of the other songs in here that are good, that are kind of just like, don't really get as much attention. I actually really like the song "I Won't Hold You Back," which is a ballad.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. I was gonna point that out. Yeah.
And Steve
really
Lukather sings on it, which I like his voice. No, I like Bobby Kimball's voice too, but
Hmm.
Steve Lukather's got a great voice too. It's good that he sings on more songs on this album. And then another one is "Afraid of Love," which is the first track on the second side.
Okay.
Um, just kind of like a nice like little rocker, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's like honestly all the tracks in this album are pretty solid. Um, but I think those are like the four for me that really stand out. Um,
Okay.
"Waiting for Your Love" is good too.
Yeah. So I had "Waiting for Your Love" kind of sounds like it could be on Thriller. If you
I
listen
could
to
see
that
that.
album, it kind of has. You know what? Maybe I'll quick clip from that.
Yeah, it does. It's funky.
Yeah. Think about "Baby Be Mine." You know what I mean? It
Hmm.
has that feel to it. You know. Yeah, this is a good one. So my review, Mark, is if you listen to the beginning of Rosanna, I mean, just listen to this, man. Listen to the shuffle groove.
It's almost like a British shuffle.
Yep.
All I wanna do when I wake up in the morning is see your eyes. Rosanna, Rosanna.
This song's been stuck in my
Never
head.
thought
For
that a
Oh,
girl
yeah.
like you could ever care
I just
for
got to play into the chorus, and that's it. But yeah,
Rosanna,
I want to hear that synth solo too.
yeah. In the end.
all I wanna do in the middle of the evening is hold you tight. Rosanna, Rosanna, I didn't know you were looking for more than I could ever be. For a year since you went away, Rosanna, Rosanna,
Tobias totally ripped that part off,
now she's gone.
and it goes on.
I have to say.
I believe it.
Meet you all the way.
The fuck, the bass. I love those horn stabs.
Yeah.
They're so sick.
Meet you all the way.
This is like classic yacht rock too, which is
Oh yeah.
a very, very silly genre, but fun.
And then if you listen to the end, they just start freaking jamming at the end.
It's like very jazzy, yeah.
There's an awesome guitar solo. Come on, man.
He looked at this. I don't remember the guitarist, man.
He's awesome, man.
He is. He's
sick.
good.
He is sick. So, for me, Mark, I actually think this is the best song on the record, personally.
You like it more than Africa, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Africa's great, but I listened to this song more than I listened to Africa when I was listening to this. Yeah.
Africa
ahead.
is like more. It's like more. I don't know, ingrained in me, I guess.
Hmm.
Because when we were younger, like in like my early 20s, my one friend, she used to have like parties a lot at her house.
Hmm. Hmm.
And one of like our rituals was like we would play like she would play this song, we would all sing it.
Right.
So like
right.
so it's kind of like it's kind of like, you know,
Oh, I see.
it has more
Nostalgic for
meaning
you.
to me. Yeah,
Okay,
it's more like
yeah.
nostalgic, yeah. It may not be the better song, but just for me at least.
And tell me if I'm crazy, Mark, but go with me here, all right? Listen to the chorus in Cenotaph by Ghost. Okay? Listen to this
Okay.
chorus. All right. Let me see if I can find a chorus. It sounds a lot like this. Yeah.
It's almost like kind of the same chord progression a little bit.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So whatever, I was like, wow, that does sound like a lot of Rosanna. So anyway, but yeah, heavily influenced by Toto on that one. But anyway, the Rosanna is my favorite, I would say. My other kind of notable songs, and I'll tell you the songs I didn't like as much on the record. Make Believe. I really love the guitar in the second verse and the vocal harmonies. And I think the verse is even catchier than the chorus. So I think Make Believe is a good one. I Won't Hold You Back. Speaking of Ghost, Mark, I said this sounds like a Ghost ballad, actually. Like when you listen to Make Believe, like listen to the chorus of this song, man. And by the way, the piano part in Make Believe is freaking awesome too. Let me just play not Make Believe. I Want to Hold You Back. That's
I want to hold you back.
yeah. This
I
one.
won't hold you back.
Yeah.
I guess I held myself to blame.
That little piano line, so nice.
Can erase the things we said, but it gives me
But here comes the chorus.
to realize that you're the one instead. No, I won't hold you back now.
Yeah, man. Good ass
That the little the da-na-na-na-na, that part, and then the guitars come in. Yeah, this is a banger.
Oh yeah.
The song's really good, and I thought "Good for You" was pretty good. It's not bad. I gotta be honest with you though. For me, the album starts to fall off after "I Won't Hold You Back," and it really doesn't pick up for me personally until "Waiting for Your Love."
Really?
Yeah. Like, to me, the beginning of the record and the end of the record are very strong with the bookends of Rosanna and Africa and the kind of the songs before that. But that middle 5-song run, I don't know. I had a hard time getting into it, even on repeat listens. So for me, this album is about like half bangers, or there's a couple bangers and there's some good songs on it, right? Like half, and the other half is, I could leave it, the ones in the middle. that's my personal
Yeah,
take on
I
it.
think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take on it. So
I mean, I don't think this is like really an album I would like kind of just put on to listen to, but
right,
I like the hits, and there's a couple songs that I do like, but
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's cool.
So I guess the question is, if you've never heard this album before, or haven't heard it in a long time, should you check it out? Should you go back and listen to it, see what you think? I think so, man. I think there's a lot of there's some like top tier, S tier songs of this record, like we talked about, and there's some more like next tier down, good ones like the song we just played, right? Make Believe is good, and you know, there's a handful of good songs. In the middle section, listen to it once. If you like it, great. If you don't, skip it and go right to the last couple songs. That's my recommendation for it. What about you, Mar?
Yeah, I'm in the kind of
Yeah.
the same boat.
Yeah.
I think we're like kind of like, you know, we listen to like more. I don't want to sound pompous here. More like complicated music, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe it doesn't hit as hard or something. I don't know. That's like really stupid to say. I don't even know why I said that, but I don't know. I just like can't get into like some of the songs in the middle as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of like 80s rock.
Mhm.
And especially like yacht rock, if you like that kind of stuff. A lot of very yacht rock tracks on here. So I think it's
Yeah.
worth checking out. Yeah, I think it's worth checking out.
I think it's worth checking out, and I would say the only knock on it, I would say it's a little bit like some songs have good lyrics, like Rosanna is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Africa, the lyrics are like, I don't know. I read the lyrics and I was like, okay.
I mean, they're kind of cheesy, but
That's my one issue with the album, is a little bit emotionally devoid. Like, it doesn't have a lot of, when I'm listening to it, I don't feel much. I like the music, right? But I don't feel, it doesn't make me feel anything really, except like Rosanna because it's awesome, and Africa because it's awesome, and then the ballad was good that we just played. That's a little bit of a better one. But all those middle songs, man, I was just like, you know, it's okay. I probably won't go back to them, but that's my take on it.
okay.
So yeah, but overall, I think it is worth checking out. And
Yeah, I think
you
so,
be the
too.
judge. And what do you think of this album out there? If you love this album, let us know and tell us. You know what? You guys are totally wrong about those middle songs. And here, my favorite one is this. You know what? I promise you, if you put that in the comments, I will go listen to it again. All right. So and we have a free community Discord. It's where viewers of our channel who talk about music come in there and they share music with one another. They talk about stuff. It's just all music nerds. It's all free if you want to join that. Link for that is in the pinned comments. And last but not least, only about 5% of our viewers are subscribed, so it would help out the channel. Plus, I'm sure there's other stuff you might like. And this is kind of the first episode of this kind. If you like the idea of album reviews that are about no longer than 15 minutes long, 10 to 15 minutes. If you like that concept, kind of quick hitters, should you go check it out? What are our favorites? Let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll do more content like this as well as the long ones. All right? Well,
yeah, I just want
go
to
ahead.
say, sometimes our reviews are pretty long, and I think it's tough to commit to an hour and a half, 2 hour long video.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I agree. Like, if you want us to do shorter reviews on some albums, let us know because we would love to, and we'll still do the long ones too. That's why we love doing it. So
Right. All right, Mark. Well, I agree with you totally. Until next time.
peace.
See you later.